Joining us now is Democratic Congressman Brad Schneider from Illinois. Representative, thanks for being with us here today, and I hope you're having a great Sunday. I want to start with this.
Thank you, Richard.
Yeah, you bet. You recently hosted a health care forum with your constituents, and they've been quite heated, as we have seen over recent months. What were you hearing from moderates and independents?
Well, this issue I hear about more than any other issue in my district. We've received more than 5,000 emails, letters, phone calls about health care, concerns about protecting the progress we've made. They don't want to see repeal and going back to what we had. They want to see us working together, and in particular working across party lines to build on the successes, address the problems, and what can't be fixed, looking for new solutions. And that's what I'm focused on, and that's what I'm hearing from everyone in the district.
What are some of the ideas that you are hearing from moderates there in your district?
Well, so we're hearing a sense of, number one, making sure we protect issues like pre-existing conditions. In my district, I met a woman named Diane who, after 30 years at the same job, lost her job to outsourcing. But because of the Affordable Care Act, she was able to get health insurance for both her and her husband in spite of their pre-existing conditions. These are some of the concerns. What we're seeing as far as ideas moving forward is looking at making reinsurance permanent, strengthening the cost-sharing reductions. We introduced a piece of legislation that would just require terminating employees to be told, or allow terminating employees to be told, that in addition to COBRA, there are options on the market exchanges that might even be less expensive than COBRA and more permanent. And these are some of the things we want to do to move forward. All right,
so just based on, I know you're summarizing what you have heard, and is certainly not an exhaustive list of what you did learn during your town hall there. What's an idea that you would support? One of them that's been floated, based on what you've said so far, is do focus on the private side of this question, and then on the Medicaid side, leave that alone for now. Would you support that?
Well, we've got to make sure that we protect Medicaid. The Republican bill that would cut Medicaid by more than a quarter in the first 10 years and more than a third in the second 10 years puts the people who are struggling the most at the most risk, which is just the absolute wrong way to go. What I support is trying to get more people access to health care, more people with insurance. That's why I think this idea of stronger cost-sharing arrangements where people who are struggling, who are earning significantly.
But, Representative, is that a yes or no to the, again, I was saying, leave the Medicaid, which has been floated on the right, we'll leave the Medicaid alone, and we'll focus on the private insurance part of this, including exchanges?
Well, we should leave the Medicaid alone, and we should be focusing on trying to strengthen the exchanges, absolutely.
Okay. All right, great. Thank you so much, Democratic Congressman Brad Schneider from Illinois. Appreciate your time so far. Okay, excuse me,
Richard,
today.
Thank you. Glad to be here.